Hey, it's Klinger. I work for 97.1 The Eagle, and we've got rock stars. We've got a couple of guys that make music under the name 10 Years. We got Jesse and we got Brian.
Yo.
What's up?
Gentlemen, thank you for playing BFD. I mean, you haven't played it yet, but you're going to.
Thank you for having us here.
That's the plan.
That's
You know, Brian, it's interesting because just a couple of seconds ago I said, hey, you know what? Thank you guys for doing the interview with us, doing our meet and greet, doing the pictures. And you said something that was kind of interesting. It's almost like it's part of the total package.
Well, I mean, the truth is that when you start a band, you hope that anyone will care and actually want to hear your music. Then when they care, then it's like, wait a second, you want to talk to me about it too?
Yes.
How cool is that? I mean, this is literally the dream. So thank you for having us.
Do you guys, on show day, are you having a good time?
Yeah.
Is this fun for
Yeah.
you? Like, where in your day is it? Is it morning time? Did you just have breakfast?
Kinda. The crack of noon is morning, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah. He gets up earlier. He's the one that goes to sleep the earliest and wakes up the earliest.
I have 3 kids. I just get up early.
Got it.
Even out here, I do. So.
Okay.
I do
Yeah.
not.
So it's Brian, it's Jesse, it's the band 10 Years. And, I feel like for those that have never seen a 10-year show, and I see a Slipknot T-shirt, and I see, Nothing More, and
And a 10-year
I like
shirt.
that. I like that T-shirt a lot, too. You guys have been on the road
Represent.
over the years, for many years, with a lot of hard rock bands.
Yeah.
And I love the fact that you guys are cut from the same cloth. When you're touring with a Korn, you're touring with El Nino,
Yeah.
you're touring with a Mudvayne. It's like you guys are all on the same page. And I like some loud rock in the summertime, man.
Yeah, well, I mean, the summertime shows are. This is like camp or something. Like, I mean,
Yes.
we're literally sharing the stage with people that we look up to. I mean, STP, Perfect Circle. I mean, how cool is that?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
so
come on.
cool. So yeah, I mean, we're lucky to be here, man.
I just want to say something about a song that I continue to love, and I know you have played Wasteland so many times. But I like it, and it sort of reminds me of that old blanket. And I don't know if you guys have that old blanket that your grandparents, maybe your grandmother made you, that maybe they've since passed on, but you've got it. It smells like mothballs, and it's awesome because it reminds you of family. And I feel the same way, not implying Wasteland
smell to it.
reminds me of mothballs, but when I hear it, it's reassuring, and it's like it reminds me of where I've been, man.
I've
can
been
see.
calling Jesse an old blanket for years. so.
That's my nickname.
You mothbally blanket.
Well, and the weird thing is that song came out in 2005 and then reached its peak in 2006. Hey, what's up, man? Good, dude. But we wrote it in like 2001. And so it's been around forever. But the reason it'll never get old is because the second that we start playing that and he starts singing the first verse, all you guys sing along. Even if you don't know the words, you try.
Yeah.
And I love it, and I appreciate it. So
in
thank
some
you.
regards, it's like an anthem for us, man.
It's really cool. It does make each time we play it its own unique, authentic thing for that day. And I think that in the groundhog life that we live in, city after city, doing things, there's such a refreshing thing to have the crowd lift you up and participate even this many years later on it. So it'll never get old for that reason.
Well, you guys continue to release some pretty special records. I am fond of many of those, if not all of them, but there's one record when I had just gotten fired from a job. I was going through a separation that ultimately led to a divorce.
Don't laugh at this, man.
That's a terrible place to laugh, wasn't
I'm
it?
talking about something called Feeding the Wolves, and
Yeah.
that snuck up on me when I heard it, and it's a record that I can listen to from start to finish, and there's no skipping around. And
Thank
will
you.
we get any music on stage in a 10 years set today at BFD from that record?
Yes.
Of course you will.
Yes, at least a couple.
For you.
Okay. I just love it, and that's not to imply that I don't love the rest of your stuff, but you know where we are. There's snapshots in time when you hear
Yeah.
something that's coming out.
And that particular record was, for us, part of an angsty fight as well. So for that to be, for you to relate to it in that time period, it's pretty accurate for even how we felt with a whole different relationship struggle. So that's cool that you relate on that level.
How do you do it with that voice of yours? You thrash that voice, man. You know
Yep.
that?
It's yes.
I always
yes.
wonder, because it's like you're very melodic when you want to be, and then when it's time to just...
Man, it's a struggle because it's real and honest in all of its imperfections. But once again, back to the power of the crowd and the power of the show. Sometimes I can get in my own head and really beat myself up and feel like I'm not giving 100%, but at the end of the day, it's there to get lost in the moment. And if I crack a note or something's not perfect, that doesn't matter, because being there in real time and not playing a bunch of tracks and just this,
Sure.
there's something to that you have to be at the show. It's not something you watch on YouTube, and the crowd supports us on that. So it's awesome.
I gravitate towards what you're saying. We're talking to Brian and we're talking to Jesse from 10 years. They're set today at BFD 5:15. What you just said is so interesting, because when I want the perfection of an album, dude, I'm going to listen to the album.
Yeah.
When I want to hear real life and what you guys and how you reproduce it live, that's what I want to hear. And I like the imperfections, although I don't hear a lot of them.
Thank you.
But I like sometimes
there.
when you're hitting a note a little differently. I assume that's by choice, and I like it.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like, to elaborate on what he said, we are real amps on stage. We're doing it for better or for worse.
Yes.
You know, nowadays it's the digital guitar amp age and people running tracks and stuff. And I see a Fopstar shirt. Good man.
Oh,
Good man.
man.
Yeah.
Those amps are on stage.
So, but I mean, we come from that. I mean, like growing up studying the STP stuff, you know, those dudes are as real as it gets. Those amps are blazing, and they're just playing the crap out of them, and that's, to us, that's inspiring. So, you know, we're gonna have great shows, and there's gonna be days where maybe he had a couple too many the night before, and maybe it gets off to a rocky start.
Never.
I don't know. Not today.
Never.
But
Did you guys have a rough night last night?
No, we had a good, refreshing night of a day off. And
Ooh.
where were we? We were in Hot Springs, Arkansas. Never been there, but it was nice. It was
So
nice
it sounds
and
like we're
relaxing.
going to get, you know what? Actually, quite frankly, none of us care. We want to see a 10 Years Rock show, and we're here drinking beers. Of course, we're hydrating with some
Yeah.
water. It's hot, but we're in this together, and that's what
right.
a summer rock show is. And if I can ask you guys that are listening today to just use the hashtag BFD and make some noise with that, with any pictures that you're posting, let's do it. Because I feel like as fans, we got to bring our A game if we're expecting yours.
Of course, yeah.
Damn, that sounded kind of good. That
the
was
circle
great.
of energy, my friend.
Yeah. So,
That's right.
Brian-
That was a hella pep talk right there.
Brian and
Awesome.
Jesse, thank you guys for being in a band that decided to park your bus here at Dos
Awesome.
Equis Pavilion for BFD.
Thank you, guys. Thank you very much.
Anytime. Thanks, guys.